Hello students, welcome to our new video. In the previous video we have seen about the condensers. Okay, the last topic was about condenser. Okay, condenser. In that we have seen jet condenser and surface condenser. So in this video we will look what is the cooling towers. Okay, so what is cooling towers? When a river or a continuous water supply for cooling the condenser is not available, means the water is not available in that amount, then cooling towers are essential in the plants. In that case, cooling towers are used. So there are two types of cooling towers. First one is the natural draught cooling towers, and second one is the forced draught cooling towers. As from the name only, natural means the natural flow of the water, and next second one is the forced flow of the water. The first one is the natural draught cooling tower. So this is the figure. Okay, the small capacity plant use rectangular timber tower. Okay, second one is the reinforced concrete hyperbolic type. So the first one is the rectangular timber tower, it is made up of timber, and second one is the reinforced concrete cooling tower. Okay, the construction is very simple. Okay, so no need to go in detail about this tower, but just look at this is the chimney, hot water inlet through the nozzles, the hot water is sprayed on that gases. Okay, next one is the reinforced concrete tower, hot water inlet is circulated through these hurdles are there so that the temperature gets dropped, and at below this is the catchment area. So what are the advantages of reinforced concrete tower? Better circulation of air, wide variation of load is possible. Wide variation of load can be connected as much large amount of water per hour can be cooled. Okay, large amount of water can be cooled in this cooling tower. Maintenance cost is less. So maintenance cost as compared to other cooling towers is less. No fire hazard because all surrounding is only water, so no fire hazard problem occurs. The forced draught cooling tower, second one is the forced draught cooling tower. It requires for high capacity plants. Okay, high capacity plants requires large amount of cooling air provided by fans. So its construction is simple. Okay, so this is the construction. Main components are motor. Okay, next one is a fan, spray nozzles, hurdles, catch basin, water inlet outlet system. Okay, they are basically natural draught cooling tower. Okay, they are basically a natural draught cooling tower, except that motor driven fan is also provided at the base. So it is basically a natural draught, but with the implementation of motor fan for providing fan or cooling, it is called as forced draught cooling tower. This fan discharges air towards the back of the tower, and then it turned upward by means of baffles. In the process, it cools the falling water. Fan speed is about 100 rpm and are used for this purpose. Means basically the motor is connected to the fan. This fan actually cools the water. Okay, for cooling purpose, the fan is used, and the speed is about 100 rpm. Okay. The induced draught type cooling tower are used for large capacity installation. As I have said, it is used for high capacity installation. There is a large fan with vertical shaft located at the top of the tower. They pull air upward from the side of the cooling tower. Okay, so from the side of the cooling tower, the air is pumped upward. Okay, the warm air is exhausted at a considerable velocity upward after cooling the water on its way. Okay, on its way, it cools the water and moves upward. It requires low speed fans. Okay, so it needs low speed for efficiency. Increasing water flow should be uniformly distributed and divided into fine droplets. Okay, so water flow should be equally distributed along the area. Okay, in order to increase the area contact, so for increasing the area contact baffles is provided, shelves are provided, should be used to obstruct the flow of air. Okay, so these are the baffles or hurdles which are used for equal distribution of air. Okay, so there are some disadvantages of forced draught cooling also. The distribution of air over the whole area is difficult due to high velocity of impellers. Okay, due to high velocity of air, the distribution is unevenly distributed. Open type top of cooling tower with low humidity condition produces a greater load on spray eliminator. Okay, so due to low humidity, the spray eliminator distribute unequal spray. Okay, due to less height, low discharge velocity along the light wind may causes recirculation of heated air. Due to less height, the recirculation of the heat waves is continuously occurring. So the next one is the representation of power plant by a line diagram. So this is the line diagram. The boiler is shown, the steam turbine is shown, and alternator is shown in this manner. So this is called as a line diagram. So boiler is taken with coal, water and air, and the flue gas is exhausted. Steam is forwarded to steam turbine. The steam turbine rotates the blades